What's up, YouTube? What's going on? How you doing today, man? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. My name is Chris, and I'm jumping on this YouTube, trying to jump on this YouTube trend. Seems like everybody's doing this topic right now, and we're gonna get into it, man. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into this black fatigue. So yeah, man. This is coming from an outer perspective because it seems to be like only white people and black people that are really on this topic right now. But I'm Mexican. Uh, you know, I love black people. I love all people, honestly. We're gonna, yeah, man. I mean, we're gonna go ahead and get into this because I grew up with black people, man, and um, I've never really had problems with black people. I grew up in San Antonio. Um, I mean, I had a lot of black friends. I really love the black culture, bro. I mean, honestly, I obviously I'm listening to rap music. That's just how I grew up, man. I grew up in the hood. Um, but I mean, I even lived with black people, man. Like I said, I grew up with black. I got family that's biracial, half Mexican, half black. So I can't really be a hater. You know what I mean? Like that's just not in me. I mean, when I grew up, I had some fights with some blacks. Some black people would tell me like, "Hey, I hate Mexicans and this and that." I don't really, and we boxed, we squabbled up, we handled it, and we grew to like each other. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, it's just how it was. I've never really had problems. There was a couple times that happened. Like I hate Mexicans, and I was like, all right, well, what do you want to do about it? You know what I mean? Like we handled up and we became good friends after that. I don't I don't really have any problems. It's just how it was in Texas, though. Like, if you grew up in Texas, there was always a segregation. You know, usually black folks lived on the east side and one side of town. Mexicans lived on the other side, and usually white people lived in the wealthy areas. Uh, from my perspective, I never really seen a ton of white people living in bad areas where most other racial other races lived, you know. But there seems to be, like the white people's complaints are like, oh well, you know, they act ghetto, they're loud, they listen to rap music, and we don't really agree with that. We don't really like that, and yeah, I just it's hard to understand the culture when you never been around that culture, when you're segregated and there's like a misunderstanding. Like, people hate what they don't understand. You know what I mean? So when you're rapping and you're like super fast and you're very lyrical, it doesn't make sense to some people because it's like if they don't understand it. It's just not. And that's where I think there's this white and black tension and this cultural difference. You know, like it seems like some people can't grasp the fact that you could speak so well lyrically, and maybe it's just not, maybe the tune or something is off or something, and they just can't understand it or something like that. But like I said, man, I love rap music. Like, and it's not just that. They, you know, the ghetto. They say it's ghetto, and you know, I love the culture. You know what I mean? Like, what I don't love is black people tearing black people down. Now that's the fatigue that I have. I think that's pretty unclassy. You know, when you guys fight against each other, kill each other. You guys kill each other more than anybody else. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, even Tupac had black fatigue, bro. Like, honestly, like he made a couple songs. He made a song called "Changes." He said, you know, it's time to change the way we eat, time to change the way we live, and it's time to change the way we treat each other. He said the old ways weren't working, and it's up to us, you know, like to do that. And he's like, and then I still see no changes. And this was like 20 years ago, bro. He made that song, "Keep Your Head Up," because he's tired of the way black males, you know, don't stay and raise their son. They have kids. He said, you know, he's like, you have no right to tell a woman to where and when to create a baby. You know, like you know, it's time to be real with each other, time to heal each other. And it's just, you know, nothing's changed. You know, like I think that's the fatigue that the United States is the a lot of people are having with the black culture is like, you know, you guys kill each other, you know, you guys rap about it, you know, King Von, Lil Durk, you know what I mean, like uh you know, just beefing with other people over dumb stuff, bro. Like Crips and Bloods, you know, like one guy likes red, one guy likes blue. One guy grew up in this neighborhood. One guy grew up in a couple blocks down that way, and sworn enemies for the rest of your life. Like, it's just pathetic, bro. Like, it's you guys have shootouts, kill innocent people. You know, I think that's the fatigue people have. You know, I think you guys have a really good chance. You know, of getting your stuff together, man. Like, you guys are very smart people, intelligent, you know, and it's time to make a change, man. Like, Tupac's been rapping about it, you know. You know, you guys have more hope than my people. You know what I mean? Like, my people kill each other over stupid shit, you know. Excuse me, I don't want to cuss, huh? I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for cussing, but I'm just gonna post this video. You know, this is my first time ever making a video like this, so. But I'm just trying to get, I'm just trying to get my, I'm just trying to give you my perspective from being an outsider and looking in. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man. You guys have the resources, man. Like what I was saying is, like, you know, white people, they're united. That's how they took over the country. You know, they were united. They had an understanding of you know, expanding the United States. You know, taking over, and you know, we live under their rules. I mean, they make the rules, the laws. You know what I mean? Like, they make up everything, and they were united. They have an understanding. You know, when people get mad, they're like, "Oh, well, white people are privileged," and you know, they help each other. You know, they're like, you know, like they're connected. They're like, "Hey, Bill, you know, my son Tom has just graduated. He needs a job." You know, he's like, "Well, Bill, you know, I mean, well, Tom, you know, send your son over and we'll get him a job." You know, like, You know, they help each other out, man. They're connected, and the black people. I mean, you guys just tear each other down, man. You guys kill each other. You guys don't help each other. You guys make it out the ghetto. You guys make it out the hood, and you don't. Some, not all, but I mean, I think you guys get mad, about saying about privileges and stuff like that, and I think you just need to give back. I think like Tupac said, you need to treat each other better, help heal each other, and stop beefing over dumb stuff. You guys need to unite, and be a little bit more classier, instead of selling drugs to your people, killing your people, and it's time for a change, man. I think every race, and it's not just you guys. I think every race does this. You know what I mean? And it's just time for a change. Ooh, man, I'm trying to remember anything else. Just getting it off my chest. Like I said, man, you guys got the resources, man. You guys, there's a lot of NFL players that are African American, basketball players that are African American, some baseball players. I mean, you guys are athletes. You guys are in the music industry. You guys are actors, and you have the resources, man, to help each other out. And all you guys do is just sit back and make fun of each other. I mean, I even remember like Dwight Howard or maybe somebody, correct me if I'm wrong, Gilbert Arenas, maybe, I can't remember, but they were making fun of people from Africa. There's a, saying that making fun of people, their cultures, and those are basically your aunts, their family, their relatives, bro. And even I've worked with people from Africa, from Kenya and Somalia, and they're like, we don't like black people, there's that black fatigue because you guys act ghetto. These guys work hard. I've worked in the foundry, in the metal foundry, and these guys would practice their Muslim beliefs, go not eat the whole day and just work hard, and I was pretty impressed. I was like, wow, these guys work hard and they haven't eaten all day, and I mean, and they choose not to identify themselves with black Americans, and it's just sad. It's just that black fatigue, of them seeing you, and and looking at you guys, and just like looking at you guys, and you guys are selling drugs, killing each other, hurting each other, raping each other. It's time to stop doing that. And it's, like I said, it's not just you guys. There's I think every race does it. Like even the Mexicans from Mexico look at the Mexicans in the United States as like different. I'll probably make a video about Mexican fatigue too. Like it's this all this. There's no unity at all, and I think you guys also, when you guys get mad when white people say the N-word, but I mean, you guys rap about it in your songs, and people are singing along, and like, I mean, either you guys got to stop saying the N-word, or just accept that people like your music and want to be part of the culture. You don't like to accept people in the culture. You shun them and try to shame them for saying the N-word and being a different race. And they're trying to be understand and fit in, and they get beat up or jumped or whatever for using the N-word. You guys use it as I can't even explain. Just use it as a tactic to maybe hurt someone, or and that's the fatigue. That's the accept them and talk to them. If they didn't use the N word correctly, if they didn't say it correctly, you would correct them, be like, hey, that was kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta chill out. Kind of work on it. You kind of still a little too white or a little too Mexican to you're a little too Asian. Whatever. Just be like, hey, like, that's, it's a little weird. You need to practice your flow or something like that. Like, don't shun them, embrace them. That's why there's so much fatigue. There's like all this confusion, this misunderstanding, and I think you guys have a good chance of a better chance than my people for unity. But I mean, like I said, I love the culture. I mean, uh, that's just what it is. I grew up watching Friday and you know Tales from the Hood. I grew up watching. I grew up watching BET and listening to music in the mornings before I went to school, and like that's just how I grew up, and it's time it's time for some change, man. It's time for everybody to get their stuff together, so thank you if you listen to me. Sorry for so much stuttering. I'm a little nervous, but I felt like I had to jump on this and give out my perspective, and hopefully you like my video. Thanks. um I apologize again for the nervousness, but y'all guys have a blessed day. Much love, peace, and unity. Thank you guys.